Hi, this is Andrea Schulman again, and I wanted to make another quick law of attraction video today on the illusion of choice. And this is something I've been thinking about for a while, because when you first learn about the law of attraction, it's very exciting because you suddenly realize that you can create reality the way you choose it to be. But choice of preference is really an illusion. And so I wanted to talk about that in today's video. But first, if you're watching this video on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, please do follow or subscribe, and if possible, turn on your notifications, because I do put out new law of attraction inspired videos like this one every single week. Also, if you enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think about it below in the comments. Your support and engagement really does help me here on this platform and enables me to continue making videos like this. So I really do value your support and your engagement. But let's go ahead and talk about this illusion of choice. This has been very useful to me, which is coming to understand that what I want really isn't up to me, at least not the me here in this physical body. You don't really have a say in your preference. You basically just get told what your preference is based on how you feel. Okay, so, if you happen to start moving in a direction that feels very good, then that's a sign that you're in alignment with something you would want. If you start moving in a direction with something that feels bad, that just means that you're in alignment with something that you don't want. But you yourself don't really get to pick those emotions. Rather, those emotions are like a sense. They're a sensory perception, just like anything else, just like sight or hearing or touch. It's all the same thing. It's a sensory perception. So there really isn't much of a choice at all when it comes to creating your reality. You really only ever have two choices. You can go in the direction of what feels good, or you can move away from feeling good. You can move in the direction of not feeling good. And every single choice at every single juncture of your reality, there's only ever one route, and it's either going along with what feels good or not. And what feels good really isn't up to us. Rather, it's up to the higher self, or it's up to God or your spirit guides, or whatever label that you prefer to look at with that higher power. That's what decides what direction to move in. But here in the physical, we are only able to perceive through our senses what the direction is. So the choice on what really calls us really isn't up to us. The choice that we have is whether or not we're going to go along with what we're going to want or not. The problem that so many of us have is that we think, sitting here in our physical form, that we somehow know better than the higher power, or that its will or its direction is somehow skewed or flawed. And even though that way feels better, I'm going to think myself into going this direction. And so we move away from what we want because we think we know better. But the more you start to surrender to this idea that the feeling is the guidance from the higher power, and I can either go with it and be happy, or go against it and be miserable. Once you start realizing that, the law of attraction becomes a lot easier, because it takes a lot of the thinking out of the equation. You can just follow what feels good and let things fall into place the way that will please you very much, or not. It's no longer this question of, let me try and think up the dream, let me try and figure everything out in advance. While it might seem kind of negative that we don't really have the choice, I actually think it's very freeing and very helpful to me, because it allows me just to be guided to do what feels good moment to moment. It eliminates this idea that there's something that I should figure out, or there's some one right way to be, and rather just allows me to flow in the current of what will work for me. So whenever I find myself thinking too hard about what the next step is, I try to remind myself that, it's really just an illusion of choice. There's really only ever one choice that I need to make, which is do what feels good right now or do what feels bad. That's it. All right, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video on the illusion of choice. And if you did, again, please remember to give it a thumbs up and let me know below in the comments. Also, if you're new to my work, I would love to invite you to take my Law of Attraction test. If you'd love to see how your thoughts create your reality, I have designed a test to help you do just that. So you can look in the description for a link and go ahead and take that test now if you'd like. Thanks so much for watching today's video and have a great day. Bye-bye.